Hi, Nancy with the toll. I want to dig back a little into Websleuths. This would come from like chapter 20. I read it, I printed it off, I logged it, I did keywords, I basically wrote out every word so I could memorize it for the story. Websleuths. It's like 26 chapters, and with each chapter there's pages and pages. This sucker took me forever. But here's a story that I want to share with you because I told you in a previous video that the teacher from the dance studio reached out to me where Jeanette went, and she had a story of her own about when the car burned. Go listen to the Toll podcast, season 2. This will all make sense. It loops back to season 1. It's extremely intense, and there's so much that I have to do supplemental videos. So I want to pull this, though, because this is from a woman who calls herself Rumi. And Rumi was a roommate of Jeanne's, the mom, the woman accused of poisoning and investigated by the FBI for 4 years. And she logs on here after a time, and she's been studying this. And she's just like, when I first read this last fall, I felt like someone had kicked me in the stomach and wanted to reply to a lot of your postings, but it has taken me this long to get up the courage. I can't tell you how very sorry I am that you have gone through this, and I wish I could do something to help. Let me start by saying I have known your mother since 1964. We both met when we were taking college courses before high school graduation. We were both English majors with similar backgrounds and became very good friends. We took many classes together and were actually roommates during our last semester of the summer of 1964. During those 4 years, I was lucky enough to spend countless weekends with her wonderful family in La Belle, Missouri. They welcomed me and made me part of their family. Jimmy, who would be Dr. Jim, Jeanette's uncle, Jeanne's brother. Jimmy was the little brother that I never had. Your sweet and talented grandmother even made my wedding dress during that same time that she was making all of those dresses for your mother's wedding. Your grandfather was like my own father. She goes on. I knew your sisters. Turns out my husband also knew your father very well. I came to know Denny because he was also in many of my classes. I was fortunate to meet his parents. Okay. There's so much more to this story, but I won't bore you with any more right now. Rumi writes, I just want to say that I am following this almost daily because I feel so connected to it and feel so much empathy for you. I have felt so many emotions over this. I can't imagine how you have dealt with it all these years. As well as I knew your mother, I find myself believing every word of what you have written and hoping that she gets the help she needs before it happens again. You all are in my prayers. Aunt Carol, Uncle Jim's wife, said the same thing, very similar. I've known her since I was 5 years old. But I'll never tell you what I know. Stuff ain't right, but I'm not talking about it. What? Thank you for sharing the toll. Thank you for listening to the toll. I'm looking for people who knew this family. Husbands, 1, 2, 3, 4. People who knew these families. What wasn't right? What did you feel in your tummy when you were around these people? I want to hear from you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Bye.